Happy Monday, first grade! This week, we are going to extend our knowledge on what we've learned about addition action problems back in Unit 1. In Unit 1, we learned strategies that we can use to solve addition action problems up to 10. And this week, we are going to extend that knowledge and use strategies to solve addition action problems up to 20. Before we start learning some more strategies that we can use to solve those problems, we're going to review our addition vocabulary. There are 4 parts in an addition problem, and I have broken this problem into 4 different colors. The first part of an addition problem are these 2 numbers that are in this problem in blue. These 2 numbers are called addends. You might remember that word from Unit 1. Addends are the 2 numbers that we are adding together in the problem. So here, the 2 and the 6 are our addends. Can you say that word? Addends. Great job. The next part of an addition problem is our sum. Our sum is the answer to our addition problem. When we put our 2 addends together, we come up with our sum, or our answer. 2 and 6 together equals 8. The next part of our addition problem is the sign that represents addition. This is the addition sign. We call it a plus sign. Can you say plus sign? I want you to trace the plus sign on your screen, or you can make it with your fingers. My 2 index fingers crossed over each other makes a plus sign. Anytime you see this plus sign, you know you're going to be adding 2 numbers together. My last part of an addition problem is the sign that tells us that we are about to solve our problem. If you see this sign, the answer to our problem is going to go right after it. This is called our equal sign. Can you say equal sign? I'm noticing something. We have been talking a lot about comparing numbers, and one of the 3 signs is equal to. It looks exactly like this. Equal to, equal sign. Interesting. Okay, we have gone over our vocabulary, so the next thing I want to do is I want to show you 2 things that we're going to be using today in math. These 2 things you should have picked up from your designer in your materials bag. The first thing is our 20s frames. You should have a piece of paper in the bag that your designer gave you that looks like this. It has 1 tens frame, 2 tens frames. The second thing you should have that your designer gave you is 20 double-sided counters. There should be 20 of these, and on one side should be yellow and on the other side should be red. We are going to be using these today in our lesson and for our activity. So if you picked up your materials from your designer like you were asked to do, you are right ahead of the ballgame. Great job. If you did not pick up your materials from your designer, you're going to need to find something around your house so that you can work with us. Maybe drawing 2 tens frames and making 2-sided counters. You can cut out pieces of paper to make circles and color one side yellow and one side red. But you're going to need these materials for our lesson, just like your designer told you you would need them. So I'm going to start off with my 20s frames. And what we're going to do is I'm going to lay down counters in red first. on my tens frames. And I want you to count how many are red. How many counters did I just put in this tens frame? You're right. I put 5 counters down. So I wrote the number 5 right there. Now I'm going to lay some yellow counters down. And I want you to count how many yellow counters I put down on this bottom tin frame. Okay, how many yellow counters did I just put down in this tens frame? 8. I put down 8 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 5 red counters and 8 yellow counters. These two numbers, 5 and 8, are going to be my add-ins for my addition problem. The two numbers that I'm adding together. I'm going to write 8 by the 5. But I know that my addition sign, my plus sign, needs to go in the middle of my two add-ins. 5 plus 8 equals, my equal sign goes after my add-ins but before my sum, and my answer is going to go here. To find the sum or the answer of 5 plus 8, I can do it in my head or I can count my counters all together. Watch me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 5 plus 8 equals 13. Today we are going to be using our math tools and our tens frames to solve addition action problems. Can you help me solve this next addition action problem with my math tools? Miss Salcedo has this many red shirts. How funny is it that I'm wearing a red shirt right now? Mrs. Burt has this many yellow shirts. How many red and yellow shirts do Miss Salcedo and Miss Burt have all together? Today we are going to be adding the amount of red shirts and the amount of yellow shirts to come up with this sum. The first thing I need to do is find my two add-ins and my sum. My plus sign goes in the middle of my add-ins and my equal sign goes after my add-ins but before my sum. I like to draw this before I solve my problem so I know where everything goes. Let's find the first add-in that will go on my first blank. I need to count the amount of red shirts that I have. Will you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to put 8 on my first line because that's my first add-in. My second add-in is my yellow shirts that Miss Burt has. So I need to count these. Will you count with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are my two add-ins for this problem? Will you say the two numbers out loud? My two add-ins are 8 and 9. Those are the two numbers that I'm adding together. What goes on this last line right here? I see that it's after my equal sign? What goes behind my equal sign? My sum, or the answer to my problem, goes after the equal sign. So I need to add these two numbers together. Let's count how many total shirts Miss Saucedo and Miss Burt have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Miss Saucedo and Miss Burt have 17 red and yellow shirts all together. Great job. This time, I am going to need your help. We're going to solve one more addition action problem, but I want you to see if you can do it without all of my help. Mrs. Dennis has this many stickers. Mrs. Smith has this many stickers. How many stickers do they have all together? The first thing I need to do is put my blanks down with my plus and my equal sign so I know where everything goes in the problem. Add-ins, sum, plus sign, equal sign. I want you to pause the video and take 30 seconds to find out what my two add-ins are. You should have two numbers, and those numbers are going to go on these blanks. Pause the video and decide what my two add-ins are for this problem. Okay, let's see if you were right about our two add-ins for this problem. I remember that I need to add or count how many of these yellow counters there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My first add-in will go here. That's how many stickers Mrs. Dennis has. Now you should have counted how many counters are in this tens frame, because this represents how many stickers Miss Smith has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, I know that each box is filled in, so I know that's 10. Miss Smith has 10 stickers. Miss Dennis has 5 stickers. What is my next step in this addition action problem? I found my two add-ins. Now what do I do? Now I need to find my sum, or add how many total stickers they have together. Pause the video and take a second to count how many stickers they have total. What's 5 plus 10? 15. 5 plus 10 is 15. I know that this equals 10 because I have a full tens frame. And adding on to that, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Great job, guys. Today, your job for your assignment in math is to get your two tens frames, or to draw them if you didn't pick up your materials, and to make at least one addition action problem, just like we just did. You need to show your two add-ins, and you need to write out your entire problem. Don't forget to draw your lines and your signs. You're solving your problem, so when you're finished with your assignment, it should look like this. but you should have different numbers. Take a picture when you are finished with your problem on your TINS frames and upload it to the Share Media album. Great job! I can't wait to see your addition action problems that you create.